for the Wall Street Journal. This is Jim Fusilli at South by Southwest with Robert Glasper, whose new album, Black Radio, is fascinating, interesting, and causing a bit of controversy. That's safe to say?
Hey,
Can I say it?
Cool, I love it.
What can you achieve here at South by? What's your goal?
My goal is to not get trampled by other people, and there's a lot of people here. But maybe just to get have some people be exposed to me that probably weren't before, and that's all I'm really trying to do with my music. Is just the jazz audience. For the most part, they know who I am. They have my records, they know. But right now, I'm trying to gain new audience. So I just want people who never heard of me to check me out to now become a fan and like it. And I think that'll make the music. That makes music in general live longer. The more fans you get, the more younger fans that you acquire. Especially doing something like this where it's not the average place where jazz bands will play or something like that. So this is a great opportunity to explore that.
Robert, I wonder if that title of jazz musician fits you anymore. It certainly does, but it doesn't say it all about you, and it doesn't say it all about Black Radio, does it?
Exactly, no. I think jazz musician is kind of what I started off, kind of what people know me as, because I was signed to Blue Note Records as a jazz musician, and I have my piano trio records out, but I do span beyond just jazz music, hip-hop and soul and R&B and at times country, all kinds of things,
yeah.
Rock and pop and all kinds of things, so we're kind of a band that kind of does everything, but we're known as jazz musicians. I guess because, to be a jazz musician, you have to somewhat master your instrument to a certain level. Even to be a bad jazz musician, you have to be pretty good at your instrument.
Yeah. Now, we talked a couple of years ago, and I remember that you told me that your ambition for your music was to remove any boundary between hip-hop and jazz and contemporary rhythms and jazz. And when you listen to Black Radio, you forget that it's by a jazz artist. Mm-hmm. And I suspect that's what you were going for.
Totally. Yeah, I wanted to remove the boundaries from any music. It's not even just hip-hop and jazz, just in general, music in general. I feel like you should be able to play what you like to play and make that kind of music. Because then when you don't have those kind of genres, when you don't have the kind of gates around it, the sky's the limit.
Have you worked behind Vocalists often in your career?
Yes. I've worked behind from Maxwell to Carly Simon. My mother was a singer, and so I grew up in a household with an amazing singer. So I'm very picky. Mm-hmm. I don't play with vocalists that don't do anything for me.
So for you, not being stretching out on this album is no problem. You're happy to turn the limelight over to the singers.
Exactly. This is just a different. I like being in the limelight. I like leading, and I also love being on the side and giving support. Mm-hmm. I love that. I'm a pianist, so that's kind of also a pianist job.
Here's Robert Glasper. The album is Black Radio. He has achieved his ambition, a seamless amalgam of lots of different kinds of music: jazz, hip-hop, rock, funk, old school R&B. Give it a listen. I am certain you will enjoy it. Robert, good to see you.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Okay.
Indeed.
For the Wall Street Journal, I'm Jim Fusilli.